Well, basically what we're seeing here at Vitur is mainly like a lot of the operations company are looking at different type of assets. It's also aligned with the interest of capital and new products of real estate products coming to the market, connected to the flexible living options. And it's a lot of the operations company that they're either diversifying or integrating new business models in terms of the operations. It can go from service apartments to hotels within the different segments. And then also with some of the challenges that we're actually facing in the industry, which is the technology and what are the solutions for these operations or for this profile of companies that are growing to provide services for these new type of business models. So that's one of the biggest trends that we see. And then also we see that in other type of verticals within the flexible accommodation, such as branded residence, we see the penetration of big luxury hotel brands like Mandarin, Fairmont, Four Seasons, Hyatt, Starwoods, etc. Like about 10, there are actually 10 projects in developing in Spain. Out of 12 that are happening here in Andalusia. So we see that very consolidated destinations are attracting these luxury brands to develop these branded residence. I think that's going to scale down into different categories, as in like 4 stars and more affordable options with branded residence, which is service living. So it's like your stay within a different destination for longer period with the quality or the certificate, let's say, of a brand that is backing up that experience, and that's going to grow. So there's going to be also a trend of new operations companies and brands getting into the field, and that's also it's also aligned with that merge between hospitality companies getting into the service living verticals. I think what we're going to see is a lot of what we see now. A lot of the trends that we're seeing is consolidation. It's a huge challenge legislation as we've seen coming forward. Also connected to politicians getting pressure from bad reputation, etc. So definitely there's a little work to communicate better from the industry to the society to what are the benefits and what are the solutions we're providing to this rising demand. That's at the moment is creating some tensions in terms of legislation and companies to grow. So the most efficient way for them to grow is through M&A rather than organic growth. So we're definitely seeing that trend. We're going to see higher value on brands and more focus on creating brands to expand in those different locations and attract that rising demand. And then more normalization in terms of the investors. We've seen that institutional investors is mainly focused on students' accommodations and more consolidated models. That they obviously have a longer track record and a more stable legislation. So once that consolidates legally and we got a certified, let's say, or a guaranteed legal framework that is stable and solid, we're going to see that normalization coming from banks. We have in here a couple of banks showing a lot of interest. So banks have an interest on flex accommodation. Institutional investors, as I say, and I think that's what we're going to see. We're going to see a more normal approach and standard approach as you see in other hospitality verticals or traditional like hotels into the flexible accommodation. In Spain is one of the most important markets in terms of supply and investment. We are attracting a lot of the investment that is happening in Europe. It's one of the top destinations for investment because again, even though we got a legal framework that is a bit volatile at the moment, but it's actually coming together. For investment, it's a very safe country. It's a growing economy. There are a lot of destinations that they have a lot of positive prospects. So real estate investment in Spain is very attractive at the moment. So because of all these flexible accommodation options coming into place, Stay Alliance is the new national association for short and mid-term accommodation for flexible living. And I think that Stay Alliance is a reflex of the professionalization that we've seen in the industry, the interest of all the value change in the segment and in the industry coming together to make sure that we communicate we create a trust, and that trust is communicated to the institutions, within the industry, to our clients, and to the society in general. So I think the work and the contribution and the value of the Stay Alliance to the whole industry is going to be definitely very important to track. Well, Vitur is actually sparkling, it's very vibrant. You can see a very dynamic, it's a B2B event, you see it's a very dynamic agenda. We've got a double and a parallel agenda. We've got institutions, we've got investors, we've got operations companies, CEOs, we've got a lot of decision makers coming together in the same room. It's a very vibrant environment, very dynamic, very busy agenda. There's a lot going on. We see a lot of progress between one year and another. We see companies that we've seen that they are scaling very fast, so it's also a reflection of what's happening in the industry, and all that is happening in 2 very intense days here in Malaga. It's a great environment. So again, Vitur is definitely the right, we're managing to put together the right ingredients to move the industry together to move it forward, and to have the key people and the decision makers and the main leaders in the same place, in the same platform, to determine the future of the industry. So I think this has been a great evolution in the last few years and a great success. We're very happy with the results that we get.